Hi Dreamer, welcome to the Kimpton. I'm Brittany, and today I am bringing you along on my stay at the Kimpton Shane here in downtown Atlanta. Now, first, let's talk about the Kimpton brand before I go into my stay here at the Shane in Atlanta's Midtown. Kimpton is actually a very dog-friendly hotel brand owned by the Umbrella Corp of IHG. It was actually the largest boutique hotel chain before it was acquired by IHG roughly a decade ago, maybe a little bit less. And they're based in Southern California, so that's pretty cool. Now, I've stayed in Kimptons for a while. There's actually not that many in the world, really even like the US, less than 100 locations worldwide, actually. So you might have a hard time finding them, but whenever I'm traveling on the road and I have my dog Luna with me, then they're one of my go-to places. And that's because dogs stay free. There's no pet fee here, and you really get a nice boutique hotel experience for pretty decent value. But I'll get into that in my review of this place. But first, I wanted to start with check-in, obviously the beginning. Check-in was only okay here. There's a couple things that bring check-in here at the Kimpton down. One of them being that the front of the hotel is actually on a hill. And so you get out and you unload luggage and it just likes to shoot down the hill. Not ideal. Also, they were out of carts whenever I checked in. So we had to carry all of our luggage. Nobody really offered to help. And that really seems to be the number one bad review about this place, is the valet staff doesn't quite have it together. There wasn't a line for check-in, so that was nice. It really was handled very quickly. And I really don't have a whole lot to say about it, except for it felt very scripted. The information that we were given upon check-in, it almost felt like she was actually reading off of her screen what she had to tell us, which obviously you don't really want, especially in a boutique hotel experience. Because of that, I rate the check-in process only a 3 out of 5. But I really think it gets a lot better than that. Obviously, I continue to stay here. So let's dive into some of the more positive categories that this place offers. Starting with the fact that it is very clean. The condition and the cleanliness of all the Kimptons that I've stayed in, and this one here, the Shane, is very, very good. They have a really good cleaning protocol, especially considering how dog friendly this place is. It has hardwood floors, which I really, really like. I guess they might not be like hardwood, but they're hard floors. They're not carpeted, which I personally like. I know some people are against it in hotel rooms. They like the cozy feel, but I'm a bit of a germaphobe. I much prefer a just solid surface floor that can be easily wiped down. I haven't found anything that needed cleaned here, and you guys know how hard that is for me. Like, I can find dirt anywhere. I didn't find an ounce of dirt in this room, and that is awesome, and probably one of the reasons why I continue to return to this place. Condition-wise, it's also in really good condition. It really shows no sign of wear and tear, except for 2 things that I've noticed. First, the door slams. Our room door is so loud whenever you close it, and you have to catch it because it just wants to just hard slam anytime that it's open. And every door down the hall is like that, and you can really hear it. It's very startling whenever somebody goes in and out of their room. The second thing is somewhat minor, but I still noticed it, and that is the luggage rack in our room is broken and unusable. So kind of a bummer, but there's plenty of other storage in the room, so we didn't have problems like finding places to put luggage. Because of those couple factors, I knocked it down to a 4 out of 5, but I still think the cleanliness and condition of this hotel is top notch. Next up, let's talk about the amenities here at the Shane. So in the room, you get a yoga mat and an espresso maker, both great to have. There's a 24-hour gym on site. There's water in the room and in the hallway that's a filtered tap, which is, I think, a really nice touch. And finally, one of the best amenities that you can have in a hotel, at least I think, and that's an evening social hour, complete with alcohol. Great, great value there. The bathroom soaps and hair products are not the best quality here, but this is a more budget-friendly option, so I think that they're in line with that. There's also valet and room service available, which is pretty nice for a hotel in this price level. No pool here at this Kimpton. That's not a cross-brand standard, it's just that here at this Kimpton in Midtown, there's no pool. And there's actually not a whole lot of hotels with pools in downtown Atlanta. I thought that was kind of interesting. Must not be a common amenity here. Overall though, I'm actually really happy with the amenity suite that's available here, and I would rate the amenities a 5 out of 5. Now let's move on to staff. Now, let's start with the positive. The bar staff last night at the restaurant was unbelievable. Special shout out to David and Samantha. They killed it. Amazing service. Seriously, they need a raise. The other staff that we've encountered has been hit or miss. I'm going to knock down this category just a little bit for the valet staff. They just weren't the most professional out front, and there was really no sense of urgency or desire to help you, the things that you would want in typical valet staff. And the front desk girls just seemed like they didn't want to be there. So because of that, I knocked it down to a 4 out of 5, but I think the cleaning staff and the maintenance staff here are top notch considering the condition of this hotel overall. So 4 out of 5 is not bad, and I could have just caught those other staff members on a bad day. It's nice to give them the benefit of the doubt, and it really didn't take away from my stay very much at all. Now, food. You know, this is my favorite category. So we got a little bit of everything last night at the cocktail bar. I got a cucumber margarita, and it was divine. It was cucumber kiwi, and it was the most refreshing, light, tequila-based drink that I've had in a long time. Very expertly crafted. It was excellent. Brad got a non-alcoholic option, and it was really good too. Very well balanced for having no alcohol in it. I do want to note that the non-alcoholic drink that he had was still $15 compared to my $17 one that had alcohol, so the value there was a little crazy. But I try not to pay too much attention to the actual dollar value whenever you're eating at a hotel, because it's always going to be inflated. The patio was amazing to sit out on, amazing ambiance, and as I previously noted, the staff there was really good. Now the food, the truffle fries I had were amazing. The dessert was pretty good. I had a creme brulee cheesecake, and then we also snacked on some bao buns that had some barbecue beef in them, I believe, and none of it was bad. It was all pretty good. It all had a lot of flavor. I felt the food wasn't generic. It really felt inspired and fresh. Plus, as I mentioned in the amenities, you can get room service here, and that always boosts my food rating too. It's nice to have the option of dining in your room after a long day or in the morning whenever you wake up. Because of this, I give the food a 5 out of 5. I really have nothing bad to say about it. I would come back and eat here again. Now, I haven't talked much about the room yet, so let's dive into that. Size-wise, these are decent-sized rooms considering you're staying downtown, and there are great seating options here. I'm seated at a little table that you could use to work, and I think that's great. And there's also a big oversized chair that you can lounge in. It's nice to have a couple different seating options. There's a mini bar and a huge cabinet to keep your hotel robes or your clothes in and have your stuff out of the way. The shower was massive, clean and well tiled, and And the bathroom has like auto lighting, so whenever you walk in, it'll put on a faint glow so you can see to walk around. That's a nice touch. The bedding was good. The pillows were pretty good. I found the mattress just a little bit too soft for my liking, but great shows on TV. You never know nowadays like how many shows you're going to get like channel wise, so I thought that the amount that they had here was actually really good. And the lighting in here was pretty good. The bathroom lighting was bad. It was just really dark. I had to pull out my extra makeup light to do my makeup this morning. And the room lighting could be better, but there's lots of different lamps, and you can tell that they made an effort of trying to light up all the corners of the room. I love that there's a little holder for your room key and your wallet beside the door whenever you walk in, so you don't lose it or forget it as you're walking out. That's always a nice touch. Towels are good. They were soft, they were big, and I always notice those little details. It really makes a difference whenever you're staying overnight in a hotel. So besides the lighting and the bed, there isn't much that I would change about the room. They have big floor to ceiling windows, and I love that. It always makes the room feel bigger. I'd rate the room overall a 4 out of 5 and think it's pretty good. Okay. Now to the category most of you have been waiting for, and that's the overall value of this hotel. I paid a $209 without tax for one night here at the Kimpton Shane. For the area, that's pretty standard, but there are a couple things that really put the value here over the edge. The first being, as mentioned, it's pet friendly. There is no pet fee at all. You can bring any size dog here and it is free to stay. So for pet owners, the value skyrockets, because in other downtown hotels, that can easily be $75 to $100 for your stay with your pets. So that is pretty hefty and a huge savings to factor in. Also, valet is typically $45, and in other downtown hotels, it can be as much as $55, but it was included in the rate that I booked here, so we got a slight discount. That makes the value even better. So there's really nothing bad that I can say about the value. I think this place is a complete home run if you are traveling with pets and you want someplace like nice and modern and clean to stay with them that's still affordable. I think value-wise, this place is a home run, and it deserves a 5 out of 5. Overall, if you were to add up all of those categories, then that's going to give you a score of 30 out of 35, and that's pretty good for a budget hotel in the city. And would I stay at a Kimpton again? And the answer is absolutely I would. I actually go out of my way to look for Kimptons whenever I'm traveling with my dog Luna. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think of the Kimpton brand? Where do you usually stay on the road with your pet? I think finding nice pet hotels can be so challenging. A lot of them can be kind of grimy, and I'm just not into that. So I really appreciate Kimpton providing such nice pet-friendly hotels. As a dog owner that just loves to travel with her little furry companion, I appreciate you joining me on another hotel stay. I will be back shortly with another video. Bye, Dreamer.